Siami family, Betwabu, Kimbo, Nathan and Zambi, Yama Zulu. All praises to divine creator. All praises, all praises, all praises. We give thanks to the divine. We thank the divine for empowering us, awaking us, alerting us, quickening us in this hour, in the season. Into who we are and what it is we've been positioned, poised, called to do in this earth realm. Why are we here? What's our purpose? Why we chose to come into this earth realm to do whatever it is that we have been commissioned, called, permitted to do. So we definitely must align ourselves in position and prepare ourselves. We say we are awoke, but awoke to what and how much awoke are we? That is the question, because I realize that a lot of us are only awoke to an extent. And that's it. We're not awoke in the fullness of what we've been called to do. We're not awoke in the with the full potential of who we are. We're still somewhat caught up in the dynamics of what we've been programmed to believe and think. Still under a serious level of religious psychosis. Which is not good, but nevertheless, what I realize is the awakening is an awakening within an awakening within an awakening. And so we will continue on in this process and this journey that we are on. So let me just lift up a word of intercession. Most High, Divine Creator, we thank you for your all-knowing, all-seeing, omnipresent. We thank you for allowing us to come into the fullness of who we are. We are gracious, and we humble ourselves unto ourselves to be able to recognize who we are in the midst of all the lies, the conspiracies, and everything that they said about us. So this day that you've allotted to us, this time and this space that we have to share, to quicken, and to enlighten each other, may the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be accepted, not just in the physical, but also in the spiritual, that we will do a quickening of spirits, that we will do an edifying and a building up and a shedding of light on the dark things that we don't understand, overstand, and understand. So strengthen us now. I empty myself of my physical, worldly thoughts and beings, to allow my spiritual to preeminate and take full control and hear direct message to be able to give to the divine people that are assigned and allotted to hear this message. I thank you. I give all the Kimbo, all the glory, all the honor. Ingeta. Kimbo, Natin and Zambi, Yamazulu. Yes, Betuabu, Benabetus. I'm here in this season. There are so many things that I am still learning, and so many things that I'm unlearning, and so many things that I am relearning in this journey, in this process called the awakening. Whether we say we awoke to the Bantu truth or we awoke spiritually to what's happening in this world or in the universe and all these different things, there is so much going on. And there's so much to look forward to at the same time too. You know, it is bigger than, and I keep on saying this, I think that in a lot of my videos, I've been saying that this awakening is bigger than just being Bantu. Now that you know that you're Bantu, then what? What's the next? What else do we need to know? Because being Bantu is one thing. You understand? The Nilots know who they are. You understand? The Kushites know who they are. All these other people know who they are. They have their stories of their arrival in this earth realm and all this different stuff. But because majority of us as quote unquote Bantus have been so deeply indoctrinated, whether it is a Muslim or Hebrew or Christianity, there's a blockage. Like we're here and there's this blockage that is still bannering over us, this struggle that is still going on because we are afraid of what they label taboo. Yeah. So a lot of us are afraid of what they label taboo. The no-fly zone. Why is it a no-fly zone? Why they don't want you to tap into knowing what's happening with our ancestors and the greater cloud of witnesses. They put it in their scriptures. We encamped about with the greater cloud of witnesses. Who are the greater cloud of witnesses? The greater cloud of witnesses are not just angels standing on posts waiting to come at your defense and fight on your behalf and bring financial blessings and increase and all this different stuff. The greater cloud of witnesses is also our ancestors, watching over us, leading us, guiding us, directing us, pointing us in directions, visiting us in visions and in dreams. But they've told us in their scriptures also, that's necromancer, worshiping of the dead and all this different stuff. But when you look at them that told us these things, they worship their ancestors, they honor their ancestors. They have statues and all these different things of their ancestors. They stole, watch what they did. They stole our artifacts of our ancestors and put it in museums to make money. But they know the power that is attached to our artifacts also to keep them in power. You see what's happening? So I've been fighting this message. I've been fighting this message for several days. And so I said yesterday, the Most High would have to afflict me in order for me to come and give this message, right? And guess what happened? Yeah, I've been afflicted with a cold, with stuff. And so I hurry up, pitch up, get myself together and come to deliver this message because I spoke it myself. I spoke it out of my mouth and now I'm afflicted. And so now I have to come and bring this message. Whether I want to, whether anybody believe what I'm saying or not, that's not me. My job is to come and deliver what the divine gave me to you so you now could go and do the research yourself. Know thyself, not just as Bantu. Know thyself as a spirit being, as a God. Know thyself as a creator. Know thyself as a being with great powers. Know thyself outside of what a man or a woman has told you you are, you was, what you can be, what you could be. Know thyself. Spend time inwardly inside yourself, because every question that you have, every question we have lies within us. But you know the problem is we're afraid to spend time alone. We're afraid to spend quiet time and be still and not hear music playing, hear the television playing. We are afraid of our own thoughts, our own powers and possibilities. And the divine is saying, we need to know ourselves, because the divine is not going to come down and give us anything. You know, church theology tell us name it and claim it, lay hands and all these different things, and bring a seed and sow, and this is going to happen and that is going to happen. Lie them a tell. Everything that you want, everything that I want, first and foremost lies within. If I don't know myself, why? And this is the same thing here. They put it in these scriptures, you know. Love thyself first and foremost. And then you can love your neighbor. First and foremost, know you. In order for you to teach somebody else to know themselves, to love somebody else into their fullness of who they are, you first have to know you. You first have to love you. If you don't love you, if you don't know you, you cannot teach somebody else, share with somebody else, edify somebody else, encourage somebody else into knowing who they are. Mine, we share some things from head knowledge, right? Because I heard pastor say this, or I heard this person say this, or I heard Dr. Eric Sanifer say this, or I hear a Wanda say this, or I hear somebody else say this, or I hear Mike Amasso, or Kim Pavita, or Nabi Jonathan, or Nabi Keefus. I hear so many other people say, so I'm regurgitating what somebody else say and not taking time for my own self to hear self. Please excuse me, I'm telling you, I've not had a cold, but now because I refused to come and deliver this message yesterday, I have a cold. And so I am working, I have to come and give this through all of everything. Know yourself. Let me tell you something. In this awakening, what we call the Bantu awakening, or the whatever awakening, there are so many lies in this also mixed. There's so many hidden agendas. There's so many hidden truths that I found. And for me, I can be honest with you, some of the things that I found out, I am so afraid to share on here. Somebody got to teach me how to do another private, what you call it, Patreon, or do a whoops up or something like that, a private way, whereas I don't get, you understand, attack and drop from here. Because let me tell you something. Everything we think we know, yeah. Everything we think we know, even in this Bantu awakening, we must tread lightly in how we attack people, how we try to make another set of people feel smaller than they are, smaller than us, make ourselves seem so superior as a superior being and a superior race on this plane called Earth, in this dome, I should say, called Earth, or this section of the earth called Africa, Americas, Caribbean, Europe. Yeah, all of those things. It is so much to think beyond now, because why? I'm spending time with myself. I was spending time with myself, loving my own company, loving my own presence, loving my own thought patterns. I'm getting such great downloads from the divine that sometimes it is frightening to understand, because they teach us so many things to hate ourselves and to be dogmatic, especially the men against the women, where we need both male and female energy. We need the masculine and the feminine to work together. The yin and the yang does not work. The yin does not work without the yang. The negative does not work without the positive. The lie they tell us that I'm out of the dirt. Anyway, oh goodness. Hey, anyhow, I even want to go there. We are melanated people. I go. That's it. The women come out of the rib of a man. Think. They tell us, created he, them, male and female at the same time. We were not made separate and indivisible of one another. Male and female energy, same time. They put masculine in everything. But there's no birthing of anything without the feminine energy, without the female. You try to reappropriate as a man. Try to have a child. Yes, they trying now to touch wombs inside men. That's not the natural way. That's why it's not successful. You could have all the they could have put up all the posters they want put up of lies of men being pregnant, transgenders, female turning into men and becoming pregnant. That's all it is. Taking some hormone thing to look like a man, but you're actually a female. You understand? So we have to understand, overstand, and comprehend who we are. Know thyself. If I had paid attention to the men around me, especially, I would have been silent and never come on and do anything that the divine tell me to do. You know why? Because who am I as a woman and a single woman to come and teach? And let me tell you something. Some of our sisters are so ignorant and caught up inside this Hebrew Israelite foolishness that a woman can't teach no man. Whereas a woman who birthed a man, a woman who nurtured a man, a woman is the first person to love a man, a woman is the first person to teach that man to nurture a man. And then they became men and they decide a woman can't teach them nothing. When it's a woman, the so same schizophrenic Paul that these Hebrews listen to sit at the feet of a woman, if Paul even exists, but that's a story for another day. How many different versions of Paul you all read? I write a letter, I can use Dr. Sandifer, for example. I wrote a letter to Dr. Sandifer telling him some things about himself, what he needs to correct. Now, here comes somebody else, knows surprising prophecy for Congo, comes and finds the letter that I wrote to Dr. Sandifer and then turn around and apply the letter to himself or herself. How crazy is that? That letter was not intended for, the letter was intended for one person, not that person taking the letter and making it for themselves. No relationship. Don't know thyself. Know thyself. Know what is for you, applicable to you, applies to you. It is not one letter fits all. All of us come here on an assignment. We keep on saying we are spiritual beings having an earthly experience. But how are you having an earthly experience if you're living your life by somebody else's doctrine? How are you finding yourself? How are you going within yourself and find out what is my personal assignment here? What did I came here to do? Who did I come to influence? What did I come to accomplish? Know thyself. You have to know yourself for yourself. Because if you don't, I could tell you anything. I can tell you, what's the movie? Coming to America. Eddie Murphy tell a woman, hop on one foot. She hop on one foot. Tell her bark like a dog. She bark like a dog. So then you look at these quote unquote Hebrew Israelites. They're on the corner. Why? Because their leader tell them, go on the corner and spew anger. Tell those Gentiles they're going to serve us. They're going to bow down at our feet. You understand what's happening? because they don't know themselves. So they're depending on a leader to tell them what to do, how to do. Know yourself. Know yourself. Not everybody that has the same skin color. Not everyone that is melanated has a spirit. Some of them are clones. Some of them are enemies in the camp. Some of them also are reptilians. Some even in this Bantu awakening was planted in this Bantu awakening to cause discord, to see what we know from what we don't know. How awoke are we? Are we using our powers? Are we truly tapping into ourselves and using our creative abilities to speak and to declare? They show us in the word. Watch what they showed us in that script they give us called the Bible. They said in that Bible, in the beginning, in the Genesis, the God, the divine, spoke and said, let there be. And there was. He used his spoken word. He used his voice, or she used her voice, the divine masculine and feminine. Let us, we together, create. And then let us give them the same authority and powers that we have. So when we came out of the cosmos, when we came out of the heavenlies, when we came out of the realm of the spirit and was conceived in our mother's womb, what does same scripture tell us? I foreknew you before you was conceived in your mother's womb. So everything that we are supposed to be, we came into this earth realm with. We don't need no man or woman to lay hands on us to activate nothing into us. We need to understand who we are. We need to search within. Who am I? What did I come here to do? What's this fire that is burning in my hand? Why, when I meditate, I'm so enlightened. Such great divine revelation flows through me, showing me, even with Mount Kenya. I tell you, Mount Kenya is Mount Zion. Right? I told you Mount Kenya is Mount Zion. Could I tell you the divine download some things inside of me about Mount Kenya? About the Kikuyus, about the Merus, about the Maasais. We get caught up. We get caught up in what they tell us. Everything we regurgitate is what they tell us, but we never spend time in the divine. Reveal to me this mountain. Reveal to me the power in this mountain. Reveal to me these Kikuyu people. Reveal to me these Meru people. Reveal to me these Maasai people. Who are they? What's the major role they play in this region? Not just Kenya, in this region, in this eastern region. Why the great divide? Why? As I tell you all, know thyself. Know thyself. Even since I've been here, some of the Kikuyus even reveal their own self to me and tell me who they are. Tell me. Tell me. Oh my goodness. They ain't afraid some of them to reveal themselves. Who their people are, what their people do and did in the same region called Kenya. Could I tell you all, or did I tell you all in one of my videos, the Canaanites are still in this land? The Magi's are still in this land? The Amorites are still in this land around the mountain region? If you don't know yourself, you're going to fall right into the trap they set up for you. To always be going in circle like a hamster. Always seeking to obtain and can't obtain a thing because you don't know the power that is in you. You don't know what's lying inside of you. You don't know your capabilities. You ain't practicing it. You ain't exercising it. You ain't spending time with the Most High so it can be unveiled, unleashed, unlocked. This year, 2023, 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. This year of 7 is a very super spiritual year. Super spiritual. But that's not what they want you. This season, I should say. This age, I should say. Because I won't say year, because of course some of y'all could come, oh, we don't go by that calendar and stuff like that. Let me tell y'all something. They could change calendar. They could give us the days of the week and the months of the year, but they can't change seasons and time. That's the one thing they can't do. They can't change seasons and time. And we as a people never operated by calendars. We operated by seasons and time. I learned this here in Kenya. You have the short rain season and the long rain season. They never really used to operate by summer, winter, spring, and fall. Who bring that in? That was not ours. That was not ours. That's something that was imposed on us, superimposed on us, beaten into us, taught to us. Seasons and times, what we dealt with. We dealt with the stars and the movement of the stars and the movement of the sun and the movement of the moon. That's what we dealt with. Know thyself. If you don't know yourself, you will continue to be caught up in what they taught us, and you'll continue to be dogmatic. Oh, we go by this calendar. The Ethiopians don't even go by the calendar we go by. The Ethiopians got their own. The Chinese got their own. The Hindus got their own. You know how many calendars there are in this world other than the Gregorian calendar? Many, many. Google it. Research it. There's many calendars out there. But we coexist in this realm with other people or other beings, as we would now know. We coexist with people who are not even on our timetable or on our quote unquote calendars. They operate on their own. I told you we operate in 2 different hemispheres: the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere. Depending on the rotation of the sun, y'all now, quote unquote, are considered in your winter. We are considered in our summer. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. I'm sharing with you because I want this sickness, what the Most High allowed to, or I should say I allowed, because I spoke it on myself, to come on me. Because life and death is the power of my tongue, what I spoke. And so now I am coming to declare this word, give you, know thyself. So this cold, whatever this is, could get off of my body. To thyself be true. Know thyself. Know yourself. Know the power that you have to speak into existence. Think about the things you thought about. You wrote on paper. You say you wanted a house by the time as you get this age, and it happened. Did the divine come down and give you those? You could give her a tribute and say, oh, the Most High made it possible. But if you didn't get up and go work and pay that mortgage, don't go pay the mortgage. Unless you have a rich mother or father who went and purchased it for you. Then thank the Most High for that inheritance from the parents. Give you a piece of land. Thank you. But you got to get up and do some things. We have to open up our mouths. We keep on passing around the negativity of what the gates of hell is doing. and trying to do. When we have the power to shut the gates of hell down, even in their own scripture, they tell us the gates of hell shall not prevail. But yet still, we keep on regurgitating the gates of hell doing this, and the gates of hell are doing that, and the gates of hell, and the foul cheese of this world is doing this, and the foul cheese of this world is doing the next thing. And the elites or so-called elites are doing this, and the so-called elites are doing the next. What are you doing? Regurgitating what they say they're doing, their playbook. Create your own playbook. This is a game of chess. And let me tell you something. Any of you who study chess or play chess, you will know the queen. The queen is the only piece that can move all over the board. Not even the king can move all over the board. Only the queen has that ability. Think about the queen bee. All right. Know thyself. Know what you coming into agreement with when you sharing what the gates of hell and the foul cheese of this world saying and doing. You coming into agreement when you share what they doing. You have the ability to shut it down. Anything come across my phone about them, I shut it down from my end. I cancel, I nullify, I derail, I speak death to any plans they have against this body. I have the ability now to smell when they do their chemtrails. I have the ability to smell and taste when they turn their microwave up. Yeah, they G. When they turn it up, I could taste the difference in the atmosphere. This is the ability that is within me. I can imagine what's inside of you if you would just tap into it. If you just open up yourself and let yourself come alive and come forward. Yeah, no. What do you call it? And trying to defile the fruits and the vegetables and the animals and all these different. Listen, you have the ability to sense what they're doing and to shut it down, but you have to know thyself. You have to know the power that is within you. You have to exercise the power in order for a person who, running a race. They have to practice. They will continually practice. They would train themselves. They would discipline themselves. If you don't discipline yourself to use your powers, then you won't be able to. They would always defeat you. You would always have sickness and disease and all these different E's going on. Because why? You don't understand you. I come to stir up something inside someone that would listen to this video, whether it's now or later, to understand that you have great capabilities, great powers inside of you to do such great exploits. You didn't come here as this little whatever. No. Your voice is an algorithm. And when you speak, whatever you say shall not return unto you void. They tell us, say, whatever the Most High say will not return unto him void, without accomplishing that which is set out. Whatever you speak also will not come back void, but accomplishing that which is set out to accomplish, unless you then what? Doubt in your mind. So your doubt cancel out what you said. Like taking a pen, you write a pencil and you write something down, and then you turn around and use the eraser to erase it. So when you speak something, and then when you turn around and doubt what you speak, you're erasing what you speak. Oh, the house is too big for me. Oh, let me tell you something. They tell us in the scripture, watch this in the script. They say this is a word without end. All of somebody else waiting for a rapture to take place. When the rapture is all about a movement. Oh, goodness. What it says, we should not all sleep, but we should all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. What is the twinkling of the changing of our mind, the changing of our thoughts, the change of the way we see ourselves? We will all be changed if we could change the way we think and perceive who we are. Am I helping somebody today, man? Because until you change the way you think, until you change the way you see this world, until you change the way you see yourself, you will continue to lie in wait, waiting for somebody else to come, or some Messiah to come. The Messiahs are only messengers coming to tell you who you are. How you know you're not a Messiah being silent? I'm not a Messiah being silent or being ostracized or criticized. How you know? But we're so judgmental because they make us to think a Messiah is only a man. A Messiah is only one who born this place or that place. The Most High would use whom. Listen, the divine is all about using whoever make themselves available. That's what it's all about. We all come in here with an assignment. But are we making ourselves available to be used, to speak, to declare, to change the dynamics? We have to be able to change the dynamics, man. We have to use our voice. We have to use our power. Whether you're here on the continent, whether you're in America, whether you're in the Caribbean, whether you're in Europe, use your power. Let me tell you something. You know, they tell us about the slave trade, right? Us being taken from the continent, from Angola, the first slave trip left to go to the Americas. That they only tell us about the melanated people. What about the Moors? What had white slaves, Caucasian slaves? Let me just put it like that. We were the first slave owners. They weren't the first slave owners. They got angry and they intensified what we did to them. That's why they divide this continent. Because of the thank you, divine. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what just dropped in my spirit just now. The reason why they sit down at that Berlin conference, glory to you. The reason why they sit down at that Berlin conference and divide Africa the way they did is because of what we did to them. So they came back with vengeance. They use our own powers against us. What? Wow. Hey. What? Hey. They use our powers, what we did to them, against us. And what they did, they seek outside help from angels, or what we call fallen ones or watchers, to help subdue us. That's the kind of powers we had. And we still have, but we refuse to use it. We refuse to know ourselves. We refuse to go deeper. We refuse to sit in the presence of the divine creator to really understand and access our Akashic records, our DNA, and what we have inside. We got 12 strands of DNA. That they tell us we only got what? 6? We got 12. And we refuse to use it. We refuse to get to know ourselves because they tell us meditation is evil. When you meditate with the divine and asking the divine questions and download inside of me who I am, and you being still and waiting for them to answer you, that's not evil. What they teach you is evil. Why? Because they take it and they use it to come and capture us. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, divine creator. Hey, we enslaved them first. They turned around and sat at the Berlin conference and tried to figure out how they can now reverse and use it against us. And they was given authority to do it for 400 years. Now the 400 years over, they trying to now do what? They trying to renegotiate for another 400 years. But we, with our silly self, don't want to know ourselves and call that contract null and void and finish with. Yeah. You know that woman named Karma? Mm-hmm. Huh. Seriously. We don't want to know ourselves. We don't want to know the powers we have. Not had, have. This is something that had. These powers ain't gone nowhere. Let me tell you why. The powers still laying dormant inside of us. You know what they did? They used them things called Jabberwocky from we were born, from babies. From we come into this world, start crystallizing our brains. Start putting what you call that, those things is in our brain and stuff like that. So we don't know who we are. But you don't realize these children were born in today, bypassing all of the things they try to do with them Jabberwockies and speaking and walking. Pay attention to this new this generation was born after 2013. Yeah. Pay attention to them. 2010, I should say. Any child born after 2010, pay attention to them. Pay attention to what they saying, what they doing, how they moving, how they operating. You would see. The next generation is more enlightened than us. We're born in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I wouldn't even talk about the 80s and the 90s. But these ones were born after 2010. Pay attention. Pay close attention. They are fearless. They don't care if you can beat them, you can punish them, you can take their, what you call it, cell phone, tablet, or whatever from them. They can say what they have to say and get punished afterwards, but they can say it. Wow. Know thyself. Know yourself. Know who you are. Know the power that is inside of you. Know how you could create. Think about it. The cell phone was a thought in somebody's mind. They take the thought from their mind and put it on paper. They take it from paper and start using material, earth material, things from the earth, coltan and all the different things, copper and silver and all them different things, whatever you need to create these cell phones and stuff like that. All that matter, they put together and put it in this one solid thing. Somebody's thought. Somebody envisioned, and we now use it. How is it? You're all the way wherever you are in America or South Africa or wherever you are, but you could see me on this laptop. One time ago, we used to have to write letters and wait for it to reach 2 and 3 weeks later. But now you can see me in time and space. It's somebody's thought. We are creators. Yes. This is our capability. But we keep on worrying about the struggle and what these people do to us, and they enslave our people, and they enslaved it, and they oppressing, and they got the money system tied up. We had it first. We had it first. And anytime you misuse and abuse something, it's taken away from you and given to somebody else. Think about our children. When our children misusing their computer or their laptop, their phone, whatever, their toys, we take it from them for a time until we think that they're able to handle it, and then we give it back to them. So the most divine allowed our authorities in the earth realm to be taken from us, to be now it's time for us to wake back up and take back our rightful place, reestablish our kingdom, reestablish who we are in this earth realm, your rank, your title, your ability is. Time to be reestablished. Time to roar like the lion that you are and make it known who you are here. It's time. It's time. I'll tell you all more about, let me see, Mount Kenya. You know, we were saying that, we say and we know that Mount Kenya is Mount Zion. One of the things I was saying, and many other people saying, that the Ark of the Covenant is in Mount Kenya, protected by the seers of Mount Kenya. And I was saying it because that's what I heard also. But what was downloaded inside of me, family, not only to say that the Ark of the Covenant is hidden in Mount Kenya. I can say this and I can sound silly. I don't care. I could be corrected. That's fine. But this one was downloaded in my spirit, in my Mwanda, in me. Not that the ark is hidden in Mount Kenya, but Mount Kenya is the ark. That's all. That's it. It possesses some serious power. That mountain itself. The mountain itself is a portal, a stargate. That's what was downloaded inside of me. I said, what? I said, I can song. What? That's why anybody attempting to go there illegally dies. Anybody attempt to fly illegally dies. Or come out crazy. Only so far you could climb. You can't even, there's sections in that mountain you cannot even go. It's like there's a barrier that is stopping you from only going so far. I also learned there was a mystical set of people that was living on that mountain. Yeah. That appears and disappears. Yeah. Know thyself. That's all I could say. Know thyself. Know the power that is in you. Know who you are. Know the abilities that you have to be able to transcend through time and space. Know thyself that you could walk through dimensions. You can live in parallel worlds at the same time, in this physical world and in the spiritual world at the same time. You have to know yourself for yourself. I cannot tell you your capabilities. You have to spend time with yourself, going within to unlock the veil that is within you. He tore the veil. That veil is inside of you. You have to tear that veil inside of you to go into the Holy of Holies. And that veil is your way of thinking. You have to change the way you think, the way you see yourself. Know thyself. Know yourself. Know. Telling you, this season is a very highly spiritual season we are in. And if you ain't prepared to see yourself or look in the mirror and see yourself disappear, don't do it then. If you ain't ready to transcend time and see, and some of us are not ready for it. Some of us really, we just happy with knowing that we Bantu, knowing that we are a set of chosen people, because there are other sets of chosen people too. We are not the only set of chosen people. Let me drop that nugget there. The Bantus are not the only set of chosen people. There are other chosen people, among us too, that are older than the Bantus, that set the pavement and the way for the Bantus. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let me just clear that air, because we beginning to become so high-minded and puffed up and arrogant in this awakening. And the Most High is like, you think only you all I chose? There's another set of people I've chosen also. You see? Okay, there's as a child, the mountain used to speak to me. So I tell you, I spent time with the divine, man. I tell you, I spent time with the divine, and he showed me that mountain. He said, the mountain, the arcing in the mountain, the ark is the mountain. So that's why they want possession of that mountain so badly. That's why they still have the British Army surrounding that mountain. That's why all these people come from various places to that mountain. Because when they come there, they're endowed with power and abilities to go and get wealth. I'm talking about the Arabs. I'm talking about even Haile Selassie. I came to that mountain before he became emperor. I'm telling you, I've been activated since I've been to that mountain. That mountain speaks to me and pulls me and draws me. Even to the seers tell me that mountain called me to it. I am so in love with that mountain. I can tell you all. Know thyself. Know the power that is in you. If you're really ready to go beyond just knowing that you're Bantu, spend time alone with the Most High. Spend time alone. Open up your wonder and say, speak to me, show me me. Show me my powers, show me my abilities. Show me. And he will, and you will see it. Show me the sun. I tell you all that on one of my videos, the sun is not the color. The sun is black. The sun is melanated. The sun showed itself to me with my naked eyes. Black. And I also saw the second sun. Whether anybody want to believe it or not, that's on you. But I know what I saw, and I ain't going crazy. I ain't going crazy. I know what the divine allow me to see, and I'm here to share with you, because why? You are that important. You are that important to know these things. To know, you know, a sister asked me a question, and I first and foremost I had taken offense by it, but then I had to know myself. The sister asked me, um, "Did the divine creator really call you home?" Well, at first I was offended by it, because I'm like, "What you mean? You see the things that have been revealed to me. You see the things that you have been exposed to since we met each other, but you didn't even know as a native of this land." But then the Most High said, "Know yourself." And then when the seer said, "The mountain called you here. You didn't come. I didn't come here on my own. I did not come to Kenya on my own. I told you all my story where I wanted it to go. I thought I was only going to spend 6 months here and then 6 months back in Americas or something like that. I'm going on my third year in East Africa. I'm going on my third year. Who called me here? But not only that, what did I speak? What did he give me authority out of my mouth to speak? I declared some things, and my words are honored. My algorithm is honored. My vibration is honored. My frequency is honored. And this is what he's trying to get you to understand. I've never suffered lack one day. One day. And I will not suffer lack. He will afford me the opportunity to own land that our people can come and have a place of refuge, not having to worry about where they can land or where they can stay and whether they can be robbed or anything like that. These are the things that is in me to do. And you will see the manifestation of it in a short order. Know thyself and what you've been created to do. This is a world without end. If I move off the scene, somebody else can come on the scene. Didn't they say Simone Toko said that? Didn't they say, hold on, Macinda C or JC said that? When you move me off the scene, others are going to come and continue to work and continue to sound the alarm and continue to quicken and waking up the people. This is what messiahs are all about. Messiahs ain't about shutting down no government and shutting down no systems. It's about quickening you and I to be able to take authority in this realm and this phase that we are in. Remember, these systems been in operation. Have they? Persia shut down. Ancient Minor shut down. But they all rise up as something else. The Great British Empire. You don't hear about the Roman Empire, but you hear about the Roman Catholic Church. You hear about the Vatican. All of that is still a Roman Empire. Any which way, I thank each and every one of you for your time. I trust that something that I've said has quickened you. Wonder your spirit. You feel something in the realms of the spirit. You feel charged. You feel some vibrations. You feel some positive energies. You feel some exchange in our spirits. Even though this is there's still just no time and space. What they say? There's no distance in prayer. That's what they try to tell us. There's no distance in prayer, right? But there's no distance in algorithm. There's no distance in vibration. So what I'm feeling, you're capable of feeling it too. But you have to be open to receive. Open to walk in and walk through dimensions, realms, and fears. Don't be afraid. Know thyself. Don't only just be puffed up and arrogant and prideful. I'm Bantu. No, you're bigger than that. Remember, they say we are spirit beings having an experience. So Bantu is just the lineage you came in. But your spirit has so much more greater work to do. You're the next Simone Toko. You're the next Kimbangu. You're the next Kimpavita. You're the next, who else these people of modern times which you all now know. Let's use some of their Bible stories. You're the next Judah. The next, who? Asher, who running on weeks. The next one who could open up your mouth and speak and you understand? It's in your DNA. Your DNA goes back all the way back to the cosmos, to the divine, not even to Adam and Eve. I even want to go there. Your DNA goes all the way back to the divine. Everything that the divine is in us. I am divine and divine is in me. But we need to activate it. We need to know how to tap in. So somebody say, well, how do I spend time in the divine presence? Get out into nature. Get out into the sun. Get out into the stars, out into the moon. Sit out in nature. We tell you this. That's why they put inside the scripture. Nature, what do you say? The whole earth groans for the manifestation of who? Us. They're waiting for us to know who we are so we can do this thing together, operate together, make things happen together. Are you ready? Kimbo, Natin and Zambi, Yamazulu. Kimbo, Natin and Zambi, Yamazulu. Are you ready? This isn't the time to get ready. This is the time to be ready. Because if you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. I I'm so excited for this season that we're in. I won't say year, the season that we're in. The season is a manifestation season. We don't have to go chasing after anything. It will come to us, but we have to spend time. We have to sit still. We have to know ourselves, know thyself, and be very careful what you speak out of your mouth. If you speak negative, the negative is going to happen because that's the power you operating in now. If you speak positive, the positive is going to happen because that's the power you operating now. Whether small or big, your words are going to manifest because that's the power you're in. Ready or not, this is what's happening with us. Ignorant or not, this is what's happening. Be careful of what comes out of your mouth in this season. You're going to see the manifestation of it. Be careful what you think, what's in your thoughts. Because you're so as a man think it, yeah. Your thoughts then become so supersedes and becomes reality because your thought coming from where? The spirit realm. Your words are only the manifestation of your thoughts, but your thoughts are in the spirit realm. And so remember, the spirit realm is much more alive, alert, and operating than this physical world. Is more organized. So be careful of your thoughts also. So your thoughts don't go out there and create obstacles for you. Your thoughts don't go out there and create blockages for you. Do you understand? Please, I encourage you, my brothers and my sisters, kings and queens, divine beings. That's what you are. Divine beings. Speak life. Speak what you want to see manifest. And let me tell you something. Quote unquote, we say our haters or whatever have you, stuff like that. Don't acknowledge anybody as a hater. You understand? Because karma is a serious thing. If we acknowledge somebody else as a hater, somebody's acknowledging us as a hater. And we know we know haters. We participators and we lovers. You understand? We love one another. You all know. My thing is I love you and there's nothing you could do about it. That's it. I love everyone. The good, the bad, the ugly. Those who do good and those who do good. Because we need the yin and the yang. We need the good and the evil to motivate us, to catapult us, to encourage us, to push us to continue to do good, to continue to manifest, to continue to shine bright like a diamond. No, shine bright like the stars, like the cosmos that we are, the beings, the light beings that we are. So I love you all. I thank the Most High for each and every one of you. May the divine quicken you. May the divine enlighten you. May the divine make his face to shine upon you. May the divine make you shine in this hour, in this season. May you walk with the divine like you've never walked with the divine before. May you see yourself as a divine being doing great things and great exploits. May those things that you write on paper that you desire to manifest, may you see those things happen in the season of your life, that you will walk in the fullness of who you are. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Kimbo, Natin and Zambi, Yamazulu, Siami family. Kimbo, Natin and Zambi, Yamazulu, Siami family. Matanda Masaka, Asante Sana. Thank you so, so much. And on that note, like I said, have an empowering day, have empowering days ahead, months, and years. May your gift that you've came into this earth with, or gifts, or powers, let me say, may they come online and come alive much more now than ever before. I love you. and talk to you again another time. Much love, family.